Welcome back, guys. It is my pleasure to be thalling with you tonight. I attempted to explain what THALL is in episode 1 very poorly, and I still don't quite know what it is, so maybe THALL was the friends we made along the way. The main crux of what I'll say for this episode is I would say it's more of a style than a full genre. So a lot of these bands belong to other genres, but just happen to incorporate this sound that we all love. Today I'm drinking Natty Daddy. I'm actually filming this the same day as the last episode. I literally just ran and changed shirts to make it look more authentic. So going off of that, the first thing I'll be talking about is the band called Animate, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. They would probably fall under a more metalcore title more than anything. However, in their last album, which was actually one of my favorites of last year, I noticed that a lot of their breakdowns include this bending, slowed down, heavy elements, and those are all characteristics to me of THALL. You can argue with me about it, but I think this is the perfect example of how other genres of sort of absorbing this sound and utilizing it in really cool ways. Now, a lot of these other bands are really obscure and incredibly underrated. Another here is called Coldblood Supplicant. These are a more traditional type of THALL, if you can even say that. That just sounds absurd, but you know what I mean. They have done with collaborations with Path of Giants, which I mentioned in the first episode. They like to upload their vlogs during their recording process, which is always a treat for those of us who are interested in that. And I think they have a bright future ahead, especially as this genre becomes more popular. So Karmanjakah is a prog metal group from Sweden who utilizes this sound regularly in their music, but the rest of the time they're going between like very heavy and some really beautiful melodic parts. A lot more clean vocals here. I think you get these moments similar to like Aviations or Tesseract in between all of the thalliness. And a little more well-known band is called Allt, also from Sweden. They have a much heavier discography, although I would consider their song structures to follow more in the metalcore realm of things. One of their newer songs even has a breakcore type beat going on, which is really creative. So next one has 58 monthly listeners on Spotify. They're from Australia and they're extremely underrated. I wish that I could grow my channel to the point where I could highlight bands like this and I could give them like a really big break. This is Majula. I'm not sure if it's Majula. Probably wrong. It's probably neither of those. Who knows? They just describe themselves as metal, but there almost feels like a touch of hardcore influence. The way the vocals are handled, it's a good combination. You'll see what I mean. So next one, this is just one dude all by himself, and he's from Turkey, and this is Ascera. And now, swinging our way back to metalcore, is a band called For All Eternity, another Australian group here, and actually a Christian band, which I think is pretty cool. They are heavy, but not quite as like balls to the wall heavy as some of the other groups I've talked about. But every once in a while, they put out a song that has a really thallish flavor to it, whether they're aware of that or not. The next group hails from Finland, and they're called Indistinct. They're not afraid to experiment at all. They use bells, organs, violins, and because of this, they claim they are influenced by orchestral music and also electronic music, modern film scores, stuff like that. I don't know where this path will lead. My hopes and dreams lie dormant. Harper Mattraw, 147 Spotify listeners. I thought I had taught you guys better. You guys need to be listening to this stuff. Like, I can't do all the work for you. Some of his songs sound straight out of the Doom soundtrack. They've got the heavy synths and the crushing guitars. These are all bangers. And then last one for this episode is Abyss Above. Most of the time I would classify them more as deathcore. They have a few songs where you can definitely hear the THALL though. They also say that they're inspired by Humanity's Last Breath, who we went over in episode 1, so that explains where that comes from. And that is it for episode 2. Don't forget that this subgenre is rapidly expanding. So go ahead, hop on the bandwagon, because this is all going to be big in a few years. And I'll see you next time.